What does your trip to Liberia and Heineken beer have in common?
The women made dresses for us. They had asked us for our measurements. And they get fabric made, a beautiful green fabric, and it has the emblem of the Liberian Lutheran Church. In the middle of that is Luther's. The dresses were all different. And Mary Kay's and my dresses were very straight. And in both cases, the emblems were here and here on the dress. And Mary Kay had somebody take a picture of the two of us, and we sent it back to who we thought were our good friends. And the response that we got was we looked like a couple of Heineken beer cans.
The reason why that hospital was established because the churches saw the need. There's a hospital that serves over 500,000 underprivileged rural inhabitants. These are people who are not able to pay for their health from their pocket. Now, at the end of the day, you discharge a patient, the patient tells you, doctor, please give me $100 Liberian, which is about, I think, $1.50, something like that, US dollar. They beg you for that to transport it back to their communities. So this patient is never going to pay a hospital bill. So our motto there is services first, before you even talk about money. Because if you talk about money before the services, people are just going to stay more tired. And you will not accomplish your aim as a hospital. I am the medical director. I'm in charge of the day-to-day running of the hospital, assisted by some deputies. I also function as the surgeon for the hospital. So I am doing most of the surgery, but where you have to now combine it with looking for resources, calling you that simply the generator is down, simply the pump is down, or that simply there is no drug in the hospital, there is a shortage of this. I mean, so you guys, well, we're trying with it. I'm telling you, realistically, sometimes we have to end surgery on phone lights or touch lights. This is true. It's difficult, very difficult. And we have over 500,000 rural dwellers depending on that hospital. You can't take it away from them. You take it, people will die.
And don't mince your words, because here in Minnesota, the women are strong, the men are good looking, and the children are You don't need to mince your words.
The difference between Ebola and the war was that the war, you will see people shooting, you will hear gun sound, explosive, and you can leave and take cover or hide yourself somewhere. In the night, it was good. We used to like the war in the night because you see the bullet fly and you see it coming, so you can easily take cover. Ebola, we couldn't see the enemy. We couldn't see the bullets coming from the Ebola. Only when it hit you before you know that you are becoming hit. Phoebe Hospital, we were hard hit at Phoebe Hospital. I lost 7 of my nurses and a driver. And it was hard for us because it happened in a short space of time. Just in 1 week. We lost 7. And the hospital was empty. In less than 30 minutes, the hospital was empty. The patients left the hospital because we felt that the doctors, the nurses had the disease. So they were afraid, they left. The nurses too, they took off. They were all afraid, they took off. We had small portion of the hospital open in addition to the operating theater, just to cater to critical patients. So we did not close our hospital. I had to leave my house for 2 months. I was called from all over the world should leave the hospital. I couldn't leave.
He has a young son, little Doc, who's 5 years old. Dr. Sibley was in surgery, and they brought the phone to him, and they said, we need an ambulance. A woman had just delivered, and was emerging. He said less than 10 minutes later, they had walked back up this hill to call him back to say, never mind, the woman had died. So he asked about the baby, and they brought the baby in on the ambulance, and Dr. Sibley is breathing, little Doc.